In this example, we will graph the equation 4y squared minus x squared is equal 4. We'll start with writing this equation in a standard form. What we want is 1 on the right-hand side, and therefore we'll divide every single term by the number on the right-hand side, which is 4, and in this way we obtain the equation y squared over 1 minus x squared over 4 is equal 1. We have the equation of a hyperbola with the center at 0, 0 in the standard form. We can notice that the minus sign in this equation is in front of x term, so that means that there are no x-intercepts. But there are y-intercepts, and those y-intercepts are determined by the number that is in the denominator of the term that contains y. So to find those intercepts, y-intercepts, and therefore vertices of that hyperbola, we'll take the number below y squared and we'll compute plus or minus square root of that number, and that's going to give us plus or minus 1. This means that a squared here is equal 1. We plot the points plus or minus 1 on the y-axis, since they came from the term with the y, and these are our vertices, because these are the intercepts. Now we take the number that is below x squared and compute plus or minus square root of 4. This number 4 represents b squared, but plus or minus square root of 4 is plus or minus 2. We plot the points 2 and negative 2 on the x-axis because they came from the term with x. Now we draw a rectangle whose sides contain those 4 points and are parallel to the x and y axis. The diagonals of this rectangle will determine the asymptotes. So let's draw the lines that contain the diagonals, and these are the asymptotes. So the first asymptote is going to be this line, and the second asymptote is going to contain the second diagonal. These are asymptotes. Now the asymptotes divide the plane into 4 parts. The hyperbola is going to be in the 2 parts that contain the vertices. So now we are ready to graph that hyperbola. We start with the vertex and go in the direction to the asymptote to the right and to the left. And then we'll repeat the same for the bottom branch. And this is the graph of the hyperbola 4y squared minus x squared is equal 4.